Hey there, and welcome. I was going to get set up because I haven't done this before, so this will be the first episode in the series of Brushstrokes through Breakthroughs. I am very excited to be here today to start doing this with you, and hopefully this will touch your soul and heal maybe some of the hurt that you've had in your life. I have had several things go in my life, but we make it through it. You know, it gets tough. It gets really tough sometimes, but we get through it. I thought I'd do live shows. I'm going to do, this is episode 1. I'm going to do 5 in the series of Brushstrokes to Breakthroughs. This one here is Broken but Becoming. I want to invite anybody that feels, heartbreak, sad, loss, disappointment, feel like you can't go on anymore. You gotta just keep coping with it, you know. You gotta be strong. You gotta keep going. And you can. You have to find, my thing was I had to get out of the darkness. I really lost myself for a while there. But I'm back, and this is what I feel God has led me to do. But I want to welcome you to the first episode of Brushstrokes to Breakthroughs. If you were just tuning in or just watching a replay, I wanted to start this journey with you as I paint live and speak from the heart. If you're going to hear a lot of things, you'll hear raw truth. You'll hear real hope where things have happened, you know, real miracles in life. If you've never experienced a miracle in your life, wow, that can change a lot of things for you. It will really change maybe even your path, the outcome of your life. But you know, when you start healing, it comes from walking through those fires and still choosing to create the beauty on the other side. Today's episode is called Broken but Becoming, because that's where breakthrough begins. It's not in perfection and, always having to have the answer. You know, it's not in the perfection. It's about the pieces that you need to put back together. So whether you're here live or you're watching a replay, like I said, I hope this, I can pray this blesses you deeply today in a way that, you just need it. Maybe you're down. Maybe something's happened in your life that has really caused you pain, distress. Maybe you just lost a loved one that's really close to you. I've lost most of my family that really knew me for over all the years, and it's been really, really tough. It was tough. I think the last thing that really got to me was about 4 years ago. That's where I think I really, started my journey of depression and being sad about things. That was about the time when my little brother Garrett, some of you will know him, some of you, I wish you did. He was awesome. He had turned into an awesome man and was living his life. And I found out that they canceled the soccer program where he was living his dream. So maybe that's why God, decided to take him before it was gonna end. I'm not sure, but I know that he loved it. He was living his dream and very happy. when he passed. But it broke me. It really did break me. And I did go into the darkness, But today I want to paint. I want us to process, and I want progress that we're going to have together. In the comments, if you're watching me, why don't you maybe share just something that has changed your life? Something that's bothering you today, or somewhere you really thought you'd be maybe at this time, but something happened and just changed the whole outcome. Because really, you never know. Life is it really is about having to stay strong through most of it. You got to stay strong. Sometimes it just gets really, really rough. Like you just cannot cope. You can't handle it. You feel alone. But makes you stronger. I'm here to tell you it makes you stronger the more you go through in life. It really, really does. But today I started with, I guess, darker tones. The sky I don't really have as any. It's just, I don't know. It's what comes to me as I go. I never have an actual picture. That's just kind of how I'm led as I go. Never know the colors or what it's going to happen or where it's really going. I just go with the colors and how I feel. But I love painting. Not the pain, but because of many of us start these journeys, and we come from places of sorrow and uncertainty. And, because of that, we all need to find something that's going to keep us going, keep us strong, keep us mentally able to handle anything, because it does get so rough. But if you're hurting today, put in the comment. Just say maybe, what you need a prayer for, maybe. Maybe you've lost a loved one that you knew forever and it's breaking you. Maybe you've been betrayed by somebody and you're done. You're done. You've had it. You're not going to do it anymore. Maybe you got a diagnosis, a really tough diagnosis. You need some prayers. You can always ask for some prayer requests, or if you need to talk, I would always be here. Because I've been through so many things, y'all. Any of you that ever see this, you know most of my life and what happened and what's going on. But whether you're living with your life, if you're live with me, I totally hope you're getting where I'm coming from, feeling me, and have been there and have felt the pain. First few strokes usually feels like a crack in the canvas of your life, but whether it's loss, heartbreak, trauma, or just the weight of the world, feeling like it's really on you, it does get better. It truly can get better. You just sometimes have to, I don't know, hang on. Have faith in God. I don't know if you pray, but I'm telling you, the more I have talked to God, the more He hears me. I hear Him more. And man, it just, life seems to go so much smoother, y'all. I can't say I've always lived, the right path and the way, God wants us and calls us to do. There's a lot of times I have really messed up, And he has forgiven me, and I have gone from there and tried to live the right life and do what he wants me to do. You always, if you're kind, if you're just going outside, and walking into a store, saying hi to somebody. The other day, this old gentleman was right there in front of me, and I see he has like 3 items, and I'm like, oh, so go ahead. He's like, really? That is so sweet. And I just thought it just melted my heart. And it was such a simple little, meant nothing to me, I wasn't in a time crush. I wasn't in a hurry. Not to say I wouldn't do it even if I was in a hurry, but it's just little things like that. If we were all to just be a little more giving, I guess I'm trying to say. Loving, caring, care about everybody, care about your neighbors. But anyway, I started painting back in February. I did not realize that I had any technique whatsoever. I watched Mr. Bob Ross, and he taught me quite a bit. And through my depression, and I just was watching TV. I didn't care. I gave up. I truly gave up. But there is so many things to live for in this life. And once I realized, even after losing Garrett, there's still people there that love me, that care about me, that they're going to be there. You still got to keep going, even if you lose the love of your life, which a lot of people, I know several of my friends now have lost their husbands of 50, 60 years. I mean, they're so sad. So sad. But we must be strong. We just got to keep going. Until our time is up, we got to keep going. And God's there to help us do that. Because he loves us all. He loves every one of us. No matter what. He loves us all. I know. We've done things. I've thought that for years. Oh, how could he love me? I have done some things in my life, but he's forgiven me. He loves me. I am his child. Now, even though I'm going through some of the darker tones, I guess, I left the sky kind of, I don't know, open. So we don't know if it's day or night or dark. But it's kind of like how life is. Sometimes we never know where we're going. We never know what it's going to look like. We just got to take our chances, and we just got to keep our heads up and keep on plugging away. I love painting, though. This has been my passion, and I swear it has brought me out of the darkness that I felt for, gosh, it was 3 or 4 years there, y'all. I didn't feel myself. I was hurting. After Garrett passed, I was not me at all. I really lost myself. And for anybody that's ever known me, I am not like that at all. I'm not a quiet, sit around person. I'm really not. I get a lot more done. And I'm out there talking to people and doing all kinds of things. But over the past few years, especially like I said after Garrett, it just broke me. I lost my will. I gave up. I really did. I gave up on me. I gave up on people that love me. A lot of friends all over the country, really. I haven't talked to for quite some time. It's sad how life can do that. And I really, truly never thought I'd be at a point that I felt so low, so lost, so empty. Broken is the word, If you've never been depressed or been that down, that dark, in that darkness, if you've never felt that, you just cannot understand feeling like you can't get out. You can't get out. I don't know if y'all have seen that movie, Get Out, but whew, I love horror. But anyway, the movie is, she hypnotizes him, and he is falling and falling and falling. And when you're depressed, that's how it feels. It feels like you are at a point that you are never going to get out. You're never going to get out. It's always going to be that dark. But friend, I'm here to tell you your brokenness isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of your becoming. You're not broken beyond repair. I promise you that. Promise you that. Sorry, there was a call coming in on my live. Let's see, where was I? But your brokenness is not beyond repair. You're broken open. And I mean that on purpose. There is a reason that we have been broken, and we have to suffer. We have to go through those times. I would not be as strong as I am right now if God had not put the struggles, the trials, some of the hardest things I've ever dealt with in my life. If he had not done those things, led me down the paths he has, I mean, shoot, I've been all over the place, and I've met so many different people in my life. I love it. I mean, sometimes I don't even understand how people can live in one place all their lives. I can't grasp that because I've lived so many places, so many times. So it changes. It changes you. You know, that's why all of us are so different. It's so different. We look at things different. We react to things different. And it's all because of what we've been through, what we've gone through. We all have a story. We all have a story. Some of us, I have heard bad, horrific stories. I always thought mine was one of the worst, you know, as far as the family and, you know, some dysfunction and things like that. But I learned over the years as you grow up, the more people you meet, the more families you realize they can all be dysfunctional. They can all be very dysfunctional. All families have their quirks. And a lot of you know I was adopted, so I don't have true blood biological family. So all my life, anybody I felt close to and trusted and started a bond with was my family to me. So it kills me when I know of families that are struggling or not getting along, or it's sad to me because I always think, man, you know, y'all are blood. And they always say blood's thicker than water, and you should always be there for each other. But I've seen families, real tight families, just fall apart. Like maybe the strength of the family passed away, and it becomes crazy because everybody's arguing over who's going to get what. And it's just sad when it's that time of somebody's life going through so much, the sadness of that. And then it just goes so wrong. You actually start seeing people's true character, and it's sad. If we all could just feel the love a little bit more. But I think a lot of you, the ones that are broken and have lost and feel the pain I'm talking about and have been talking about, you understand what I'm talking about as far as feeling the loss, the heartbreak, feeling the darkness. When you're there, it gets to a point where you don't feel you'll ever come out. It really does. It's really depressing. It gets so sad that you really don't know. You just really don't know if you're going to be able to make it, and I don't mean to say it that way. By the way, that suicide 988, if you know of anybody that is that close and that sad and that, oh gosh, they're going to lose it. You know what I mean? And they're not going to be here anymore. That 988, I was so happy when that came about. They were going to start really helping people or be there more for them. A little bit of grass. Really not sure where we are here in this one. Just started doing a little bush here maybe. Oh, and when I first started watching TV again, and I just stopped watching the news because the news was so depressing. It was really that'll tear you down. You watch that news all the time. It's just, oh man, if they would share the happier things when the good things, people helping people and donating and things like that would show, instead of the house fires where you lose family and they lose everything. Or man, it's just so much going on in the world today, and so many people just need a helping hand, just somebody to pray with them. Maybe just call somebody up if you feel it and pray with them. Give them some love for today. Hope you all are joining this, enjoying watching this. And I don't think I told you, I just started doing this in February. I felt this year had to be the year that I just started really making a difference. I cannot do this and, have the talents I have and just knowing I could help people, even though being that life crisis coach. Now that was fun. I love helping people. I know crisis management. I went to school for that. Got a psychology degree and a HR management, but a passion wasn't there, and I could tell. I knew it for years. But in February, y'all, when I really thought that I got to do something, I really got to do something. And I picked up a paintbrush and got a canvas, and I had paints for quite a while. I started watching Mr. Bob Ross, and boy, did he get me excited. I had watched him when I was younger. Mom loved him. Oh my goodness. She would post pictures and everything with him. Watch him all the time, but I never thought nothing of it. And guys, when I started painting and I realized that I could go away from here, I'm not even here really. I mean, I'm talking to y'all now because we're doing a series and I want to help others and share my stories and I guess open your eyes and your heart and I guess save your soul. You feel it in your soul. You do. You feel it in your soul when you know you're doing right. You feel content. And that happiness that you feel is just, it's unbelievable. When something's wrong in your life or something's happened, you can feel it. And until I really, truly let God in and let Him take control and start really guiding me, He has shown me all kinds of signs. I get signs all the time, y'all. I'm not kidding. It's like He's talking to me all the time. He will keep somebody out of the road. I'm out there and a Big Mac truck comes around the corner And if I had been a few seconds earlier, that Mack truck would have slammed right into me. But he kept me safe. And I guess I've gotten to the point in life now, because, the ones that do know me, I've got the age on you. And the experiences and life events and everything you live through builds you and makes you into what you're gonna be. Until I guess I started painting, I honestly didn't know what my real purpose in this world was. And I kept wondering, after God took Mom, Dad, and Garrett, I kept thinking, why did you leave me? What am I supposed to do? Because I've just been kind of a nomad for a lot of my life and moved around so much. And I couldn't believe God would take them. Then it would be like that. And I'd be, what? Why would he do that? But now, after 4 years of being in that darkness and so sad and changing me, I realized it was him the whole time. I should have had God more closer to my heart, in my soul, so I would feel him better and know. Be still and know he's with you. Yes, because he always is, y'all. He always is. He loves us. He wants us to be happy. He wants us to walk the right way. All this stuff going on in the world, stuff going on in the world today. That's why I don't watch the news. It's really sad. Hey, y'all, give me a comment in the comments, and if you've got a dark moment in your life that God started to transform, something that's happened, you were blessed beyond what you thought, or even have a miracle maybe. Share it. Let us know, because the miracles are what truly help you become who you're supposed to be. You get so broken that becoming what you're supposed to be is so off. It don't seem like you're going to make it. It seems like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? It's so hard. How can this even happen? How can I make it? But you can. I'm here to tell you, you can. I know it hurts. The pain is just, it hurts so much sometimes. You wonder if it's worth going on. Why are you here? You question yourself. You do. You question everything, especially those I was talking about, the ones I love. A lot of my friends and real close family, I call them family in my life, have lost their significant other or the love of their life. They would call their soulmate. And it crushes me. They have to live every day just trying to continue living with a smile on their face, trying to pretend everything's okay every day, when deep down in their hearts, they are so broken. They feel broken until someone needs them or they can be used in another way, which usually is what I pray for someone like that, for God to use them in another way to keep them busy, to keep them active. Painting has done that for me. Y'all, I totally just disappear. I can go right out of this world almost when I paint. People know not to call right now. However, life is awesome too, y'all. I have had such a great life. Even though I was adopted by Gary and Glenda way back years ago, I will not put my age on here. A lot of you know, but we don't have to share that today. They changed my whole life. It really did. A lot of people can't even understand where I come from because everybody has families. You all have families. Everybody has families. There are many out there like me, but most of them at this point in their life have found somehow their mother, their father, whoever they were looking for and didn't know, or found their whole families and all that. So that's been something in my heart that has always been difficult for me to grasp, when I see families arguing, not getting along, just sad. It hurts me because I don't understand it. Families are families. You're supposed to be together, stay together, love each other, no matter what. You're not always going to agree. That's for dang sure. But I hope y'all are enjoying this because I still am not sure exactly where it's going. It's just kind of, I don't know. Before I paint, I give it to God, and I really do. I give it to God. I grab a first color for the sky, and I just start. And Mr. Bob Ross gave me so many of the techniques that he did that I like doing the depth and the nature stuff that he did. I think my passion's more like that, on becoming who I need to put or to be in my life to share with others. If you feel broken lately, put becoming in the comments. Let me know. Let me know, because the way I look at that, you're becoming whole, becoming stronger, and you're becoming anchored in hope. Hope has been my whole thing through, y'all, for years. Since, I guess, 14 is when I came up with Life Hope Solutions, because I wanted to provide hope for everybody. Because without hope, you can't believe, and you definitely don't have faith. And without faith, life is going to be really a lot tougher on you. Life just seems to go so much smoother when you do have faith. You got something to believe in, knowing that it will be better. It's not going to be this, I hate to say what I usually say on this earth because it's gotten so bad, but it can be rough. It can be really, really rough. I know that. I have felt that. I have been there. I've been through so much. So many things. But again, as I've talked to other people in my life, they've had it bad too, man. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. Some more traumatic or horrific than others. Some have just had a pretty easy life. They haven't had that trauma or felt, distressed, or we wonder sometimes why God does that. Why do some people just get everything they want all the time? Just like handed to them. He has his reasons. Everything happens for a reason. I've always said that. And I've always taught my daughter, can't never could, and it's funny, she always says that to this day. And I love it. But again, we were focusing today on broken and what we're becoming. And honestly, I'm here to tell you, you can become anything you want to be. You really can. There is no reason why you can't be anything you want to be. It may take some time. They need to pray about it. But if it's His will, that's another thing when I learned, when I first started praying when I was younger, because I've always talked to God. That's why I know He's always been with me. But when I really, really started opening up, talking to Him, it was like He was my best friend. He was with me every day. He walked with me, beside me. And I know through my life, so much has happened And so many times I had such close calls to, death, and, a truck could have killed me, or could have went off a mountain, or whatever the circumstance was. He was always there and always brought me home safe. No matter where I was, what I was doing, who I was with, he's always been faithful. He's always been faithful. So when a friend brought me back to him, to live for him and to do my life for him, things have been so much brighter. I see signs all the time. I love it. I love it. It could be a song coming on. It could be my numbers. My numbers are 9 and 18, and I love them. My receipt the other day was $118.99. Things like that, people don't really think nothing of. But if you know what I'm talking about, and you have your numbers that you've had all your life, it means something to you, and it gives you a sign. And that's the kind of signs I've had for so long. He's faithful. He's faithful, and he'll hear you, y'all. I know, because I really thought he'd left me there for a while. I really did. Life got really, really hard, and I really didn't think I was going to make it. I'm telling you, if I didn't have Jessica, my one little girl that I had later in life, if I did not have her, sad to say, I know how God feels about all that. I know what we're not supposed to do and all that, but y'all, when it gets that dark and hurts that bad, and you feel alone, and you're all, I know, I've been there. Thank the Lord I've always had friends or somebody to grab my hand and pull me and keep staying right there with me to make sure I'm okay and everything's going to work out. This looks more like maybe ocean or water could be back out there. This is more like I don't know, everyone I've ever painted. By the way, this is number 52, y'all. I have painted a lot now because I've been wanting to get better and better, improve my technique. And then when I came up with this idea, I was like, oh my gosh, I could put the hope and the help, the healing, and help people get over what they're going through, because I've been through there and it hurts so bad. And it just came to me, and I love it. I just love doing this. I love going somewhere else, just not being here, It's kind of like you get away from your problems just for that little bit of moment, just that little moment. I know it feels like, I know what it feels like to lose everything, to feel forgotten. But the truth is, sometimes isolation becomes invitation. God will step in and do something personal for you. And when he does, you really know it. You will feel his love. You will feel his guidance. You'll want to be a better person. I know y'all can't hear it because I've turned it down. But if I Got Jesus just came on, and I love this song so much, y'all. I sing it in church. I love it. Lost myself a time or two. Yeah, I have. But the one thing I have truly learned through everything, you truly do got to keep going. You got to try to be your best. I have learned to anchor my steps, meaning I make sure when I start doing something that I gave up or I quit doing, like my walks. Every morning now, even if I got, helping somebody or a friend real quick, but when I get back home, me and Nika, my puppy, my doggy, she's my baby, we take a walk every morning. I had stopped doing that, and I read how that will help you increase your day, your positivity, you're exercising, you're getting out, breathing the air. It's something, just a small thing to start doing in your day that gives you something that requires dedication. And I'm to the point now, I've got so much determination because I'm getting older, and by the next big one, I want to be the best I have ever been, because I know I can be. I know I can be. I know God has a purpose. He's kept me here all this time after losing everybody else and being sad. I've been sad long enough. I didn't get out of my house. I stayed inside, y'all. I was isolated. That is so not me. And it made me so sad. I was so sad, so lonely. And there were so many people loving me and wanting to be there for me, and I just could not get a grip. I could not get a grip because it was so dark. Every one of these strokes, y'all, they matter. I look at them and like they're scars. And every scar of my life is making this masterpiece. If I got Jesus, I got it all. For real. I hope this episode's kind of touching you. You're feeling not just what I've been through, but you can relate to some of the things I've said. Some of the ways I've told you to, or asked you to start relating with, or starting things to do to keep yourself busy. It really does help. When you keep your mind busy in your day, oh man, that was my big thing, is keeping busy. If you give yourself too much time to sit there and dwell on too much, oh baby, it's gonna be tough, and you will be there for quite a while. One of my best friends, love her to death, she never let me be completely alone when I was in my deepest, darkest time I've ever been in my life. I had a couple of my best friends, and they knew that if they did, leave me too long, or they didn't know, they weren't sure, because I was so distraught. And in that time after Garrett passed away like he did in that wreck, oh my gosh, y'all, I never in my life thought I'd ever lose my baby brother like that. But it took a lot out of me. And then 2 weeks later, Jessica's other uncle passed away, never woke up. That was a hard one. Woo! My baby girl lost both her uncles within 2 weeks. Then, my pastor, the man that has become he was like my pa. He was my pa after I lost my daddy. He taught me so many things. He's such an awesome man. I love him so much, and I miss him every day. But I know he'd be so proud of me doing this. He'd be so proud. He wouldn't be able to believe I'm doing it. But I miss him too. And he passed about 2 weeks after Kurt passed. So they say things come in 3. Y'all, when it's 3 that were so important mentors in your life, it'll just take you down. I'm not kidding. I know I had God. I know it. I know I did. He was there. He kept me. But man, it got tough. It got so tough. It was like, God, what? What's going on? Why? You kind of almost get to the point, what have I done? What did I do to get you so angry and take everybody from me? But in time, in his own way, he shows you. He shows you. It hurts. It hurts. Today would have been Daddy's birthday. He would have been 79 today, y'all. I love my daddy so much. He was such a good man. Funny. Oh my gosh. I get my humor from him. So funny. Funny man. But cancer just ate him up. So rough going through his passing. When they go fast, it's rough. It's rough. Garrett went fast. But Daddy, oh gosh, that went slow. And I had to be there and watch that. And that, I gotta say, was even more difficult because of the pain. The pain I watched him go through and had to be there. And, oh gosh, losing people, I'm telling you, it's a totally different way of loss. Everybody has their own way of grief. There's stages. If you need more help with that, please post hope in the comments. If you need more hope and more help with the processing of grief, that has been a big thing in my life. The stages and everything. We won't go into all that now, but if you need more help with that, please. Because I've had Life Hope Solutions since 2014, and there's been a lot of research, a lot of products there, and people helped through that. But it honestly got me so down and so depressed because I was trying to help people in their depression, and I had to take care of mine. I lost me. So yeah, that really can change things. Things can really change real quick in life. But as I finish this, I just want you to know again that every stroke matters. And the way I look at this is, as I do this series with you, I hope the episodes are touching something in your soul and you come back for the next one. The next one's going to be Canvas of Courage. And we'll talk more about just being strong, having the strength to get through things. It's going to build boldness in you. Hopefully you didn't even know you had. But I'm needing your support. And if you're walking through a season of heartbreak or spiritual exhaustion right now, I have something for you. I have created a free hope restoration guide. It comes through Life Hope Solutions. But if you want that, it's a free copy. And it basically just helps you. It's for anybody that you're ready to start rebuilding and rediscover your purpose again. It helps you get through it like one soul layer at a time. It's anchored one step at a time. And it will help you, maybe figure things out, or at least start something that you need to start happening in your life because it has gotten so tough and you don't feel you can keep going on. If you're to that point where you're so sad and depressed and you're not even getting out of the house or doing anything with friends, yeah, it's time to really start, analyzing, I guess, your life. In fact, I have got several things. I've got a journal that will be on the website later. I've got several paintings that I have done already that I will post for y'all if you are interested. I have thought of doing these where you can get them on a t-shirt or a tote bag or whatever because I just love painting. If I had known that I could do this years ago, I would have never went to college and spent all that money and went into that debt for those degrees. However, those degrees have made me who I am today too. I have learned so much. I can read people. That's how I can help more, because I can read people. Psychology really gave me that insight into the mind and how powerful it is and how we can control it to have the life we want. We can. And like so many have told me when I was in my darkness, it's up to me. It's up to me. It's our choice to do what we want to do. If I wanted to sit in that darkness and be in my room or sit in that old apartment that I had and just stay there, yeah, I could have done that. I could have done that for a long time because it was easy. It was the easy way out. I didn't need to do anything. I didn't have to be anywhere for anybody. Nobody counted on me. I didn't. And that was the thing, I think. It got to a point where I needed to be needed. I needed to be needed. So I started making sure I was learning more and more to help people. And then, of course, everything online you see now. There's all kinds of things out there now, y'all. AI and all kinds of courses and people getting on there. Listen to me. I know. I got to. But mine, hopefully you're seeing that I'm real. I'm not anything special. I'm not. I'm just a normal person that has been through it, and I've had my story too. And over the series, hopefully you know me better and understand where I'm coming from, and maybe you relate to me more. I'm hoping that I do build that, and we can connect. And if you need help in any area or anything, you just let me know. You let me know in the comments down below. I think for today, I don't think this is really done. I really don't. I really don't have the time of what it is right now, but I know that I will finish this up, and on the next episode, I will show this one. I will start with this one to show y'all how it finished up, and it will be on the website for sale later. I will also digitize. I'm going to digitize a lot of my prints, so the original is, with me, and then the prints are being sold. But again, if you need hope, you need restoration, you are hurting today, you're tired of so many things going wrong, and you just feel like there's no way out. I'm telling you right now, there is a way out. There is. God doesn't ask us to be perfect. He asks us to be present. Present in our pain, present in the process, Isaiah 61:3. He gives us beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, and a garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. And I'm painting that promise every single stroke right here. This is what I've been doing for y'all. I hope you have found some comfort in this. Comfort in knowing you are special, you are loved, you are enough. You are enough. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed. Let him in. Talk to him. I love you all. If you'd like to own this painting or get a print of it, like I said, I'll be posting it later. I've got an online store, StarkArt.online, and DM me art, and let me know, and I can set you up. So I will start posting more of my prints, and I care about every single one of you. I'm here to help you and guide you out of your darkness, because I have come out of mine and I am ready to shine, y'all. So take care of yourselves. Have a blessed day. I will see you on the next episode. I will post it. And until episode 2, Canvas of Courage. I will see y'all then. Take care. Talk to y'all soon.